Our world is linked in many ways through international trade. One of the items in our increasingly globalized market is coffee. Unfortunately, many of the farmers who grow this coffee live in poverty and barely make enough money to survive. Many abandon coffee fields altogether when the work can no longer sustain them. In an attempt to remedy this problem, the concept of fair trade was conceived. The goal was to allow the trade of coffee from around the world, but the ability to do so in a way where the farmer would receive a fair wage he or she could live on. A normally luxurious product could actually afford to feed the person who grows it. La Cosecha is a business who is set out in support of this issue. It buys, roasts, brews, and sells fair trade coffee. La Cosecha is located in downtown Maplewood, Missouri, and was co-founded by Geo Sparks and Jamie Jeschke. Its head of operations and barista is Gregory Lowe.
Geo Sparks, my partner, and I, we both really like coffee a lot, and we were roasting at home and popcorn poppers, hot air popcorn poppers, and we were buying green beans, green coffee via the internet. And so we saw a film about fair trade and the plight of coffee farmers, and we thought, I thought one day, hey, we could do this, we could wholesale it, we could roast it ourselves and offer fair trade coffee. So in 2006, that's when we decided to actually start our roasting.
La Cosecha is one of the only coffee roasters in St. Louis that roasts, bags, and ships its coffee to its customers on the same day.
So after the greens have been validated, we weigh them, and then we'll drop them into the hopper up here, into the roaster. We'll apply heat, and they'll tumble inside here in the roaster. And for maybe about 15 minutes, I'm adjusting the heat and the airflow for specific reasons. At the very end of the roast, I'll lift this door up, we'll drop them into this cooling tray, and it will spin, and it will cool the beans down in about 2 minutes.
La Cosecha provides its customers with coffee from all over the world, but most specifically from countries like Guatemala, Colombia, and Ethiopia.
In 2009, fair trade exports were 1.8% of the global coffee market.
Fair trade is when farmers are given a fair price for their coffee.
Fair trade is a certification practice that guarantees the farmer a living wage. It's over and above what the green coffee is traded at in the commodities market. It guarantees a grower a living wage.
Everyone has to be certified fair trade. And so you would have the farmer that has to be certified fair trade, and then the importer does, and then the roaster / retailer. We just will have the proof that we bought fair trade coffee in order to have the stickers that are on there. Like this guy right here, that's on the bag. This is on the bag, and it's just showing a guy with the scale that it's fair trade.
The Fair Trade certification mark was launched in 2002.
Although fair trade does not always mean better quality, it does have consistent benefits for both the customer and the grower. Most prominently knowing where the coffee comes from and the fact that the grower will have a living wage.
La cosecha is Spanish for the harvest, and so we just basically wanted to connect you, the coffee drinker, with the farmer by knowing that they were given a fair price for the beans. It makes people aware. So the consumer, when somebody comes in here, they know that they're buying fair trade coffee. It makes them think about where it came from, which is why we rotate the origins where we bring coffee in from Latin America or Africa or Indonesia. We rotate it different countries because we want people to know where it comes from.
Fair trade coffee sales have increased from 12,000 tons in 2000 to 123,200 tons in 2011.
Groups like La Cosecha are working very hard to ensure the continuance of fair trade coffee and the betterment of the farmers who grow it. Do you know where your coffee comes from?